And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Parks and Rec Advisory Board meeting for the month of April 13th. For the roll call, let the minutes reflect the members that are present. And then we'll just roll into approval of minutes, and that would be the minutes from March 16th. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve the minutes of March 16.
All right, do I have a second?
I will second.
You will second. Okay. Do we have any additions, corrections, any discussions further on any of that?
I do not.
Okay. So with that then, those in favor of approving the minutes, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, unanimous. All right. So let's roll with unfinished business, and I'm going to throw that over to Lorena.
Alrighty, update on Bollinger Park Phase 1. Good news, CDM Smith will be working on the RFP to get ahead of the game. The review letters are still coming in from the county agencies. Most of them have minor changes to the plans. They are looking for specific labels on items and certain things to be reflected on the plan. So hopefully those won't take too long and we can get through there. We're scheduled to have a catch-up call with CDM Smith tomorrow morning, and that's me, City Manager Jim Weeprecht, and the Director of Zoning, Planning and Zoning, Daryl Hale. So, and then of course, CDM Smith. So everybody's gonna get caught up on the same page and really moving forward so that hopefully we can get that RFP out, contract awarded, and hopefully shovels in the ground this fall. That's our optimal goal.
Yes.
So, update on park improvements. Boy, lots of items on Public Works list, which they haven't been able to get to lately because of the weather. It's just been so dodgy. They have half of a sunny day and then the rain comes in, so they get back to square one. So if we can get more than 2 days of dry weather in a row, they can get to a lot of these things. The contractor for the Memorial Park Courts project is also waiting on dry weather. They can't get their equipment across the grass or any of the areas that they need to get through to get to the courts, to get that acrylic surfacing on and the asphalt and such. So it's got to be done by June 30th, and they're aware of that timeline. So as soon as we get a decent break in the weather, then we can get rolling on that. And I'll keep everybody posted again on the Facebook page, the Parks and Rec Facebook page. So speaking of courts, received requests in the past to install a volleyball court at Memorial Park. You know, we had one in the past at Roberts Mill Park, but for whatever reason that was dispensed with. So that's just a couple of tentative locations. The courts, or the court would need to be 60 feet long by about 30 feet wide. As you can see, the court location, the first one I looked at was adjacent to the single tennis court, between that and the parking lot, the small parking lot there. That's really, really tight. The other location that I was thinking of was by, or kind of behind Pavilion 1, between that and the T-ball field dugout. But again, we can run into a conflict there. Plus, I don't want to take any space away from T-ball or baseball getting in another T-ball field. I know that they want to flip that T-ball field 2, in which case we could, ideally, I want them to do that because I'd like to utilize that space for a splash pad in the future, because it's so close to the water lines there. And I feel like it's far enough away from vehicular traffic that children and people would be safe playing on it. But that all hinges on obtaining future grant money as well. Mm-hmm. So the other consideration that we were just talking about before the meeting started was as you're looking at this picture, more to the right of the Neos playground. There's an electrical pole there between the middle road and the Neos playground. that we could put, make sure that a good working light is on that, or between the playground and the row of trees there. So. Did you have a question, Bill? What's up?
Yeah, the one spot that you picked out by the tennis court. What would you think about turning that 90 degrees?
The only problem with that is that courts should be north-south, because if they're east-west, then you run into
Yeah,
the
you
sun
have
glare.
some problems.
Exactly, which is why our courts are oriented as they are, yeah. That's the problem, and that's why just squeezing it in there, I mean, I worry about volleyballs hitting the cars there, or people trying to get to the tennis courts, that tennis court there. And like Judy mentioned, I believe the kids coming over from T-ball and playing in the sand, but while they're supposed to be paying attention to their game, you know, that kind of thing.
No, I like it near the Neos.
Yeah,
don't like any
we've
of
got,
those
we've got
two-
plenty
yeah.
of room there, and
Yeah.
honestly, I think the drainage is a little bit better over there too. So, estimated cost on this with scraping up the turf and prepping it. You've got to put down, some compacted and pea gravel and all of that before you can put the sand in, is about $6,000. The nets and poles are relatively cheap. So we're looking at just slight excavation, prep, and sand. So. Something to consider. I do have, my only concern is, I have some funds available in the FY23 budget. However, material prices are going up left and right, and concrete, because I budgeted for the concrete to go into Pavilion 1 this year, and then those 3 smaller ones along Park Drive to be replaced, because they're all cracked up. They're a mess. So that could potentially eat into those contingency funds. So I think if we consider this, then we probably would want to hold off until next spring and see where we are with the budget funds then. If we have enough left over at that point, then okay, we can proceed with it. But I wouldn't want to jump right in, July 5th and say, let's go ahead and put a volleyball court in, when those concrete prices could, break our bank, so to speak.
So was there a lot of interest in the community for the lawn?
I've heard it several times.
Okay.
Not as much as the demand for the pickleball lines, but,
Yeah.
off and on. And then most recently, by a resident who was also asking about the status of the tennis courts.
Gotcha.
So, yeah. So that's where we are on that. So we can revisit that next spring, if you like. I can let you know where we are financially and
Yeah, that would be good.
go from there.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Any questions on any of the park improvements?
I'm good. You good? You have any questions? Okay.
No, I think
Okay.
that's
Okay.
holding off for, till the end of the budget year is a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just don't know.
see.
I was fortunate enough to get that contingency put in, but I have a feeling that unless something changes with supply chain and all that kind of stuff, we're probably going to have to dip into that quite a bit.
Right.
And who knows with unexpected things happening, how that
Exactly.
And
happens.
we can cross our fingers that supplies return more to their normal level.
Right.
Yes, I would hope so. Speaking of, just a quick note, the scavenger hunt panel on the playground at Roth Avenue Park, ordered that in December. It's coming in July. That's how long it has taken. It's crazy. But anyway. All right, then I'll move on to update on capital improvement projects plan.
Sure thing.
All right.
Yep, go right into
So,
it.
The city manager presented a draft to the mayor and council. They are going to be making, Public Works and the city manager will be making revisions on some sewer projects. And then I hope to have a revised plan to the mayor and council next month. So once that's all ready to go, then I can share that with you all. But you all have seen the Parks and Rec portion of it, obviously.
Yes.
Helped make recommendations on that. So that's all I have on that. Moving on into update on 2022 events. The Easter egg hunt went well, and we've got a section in our agenda where we can really dig into that. Next up is the Earth Day cleanup. That's next Saturday, the 23rd. Originally, I thought we would do a cookout afterwards for the volunteers, but after I started reviewing the cost for the food and the supplies and the drinks, the condiments, and getting the grill out and all that kind of good stuff, it actually would be cheaper if we could get the Lions Club out with their trailer and we just do what we do for the fishing derby, hand each volunteer a ticket for a free hot dog or hamburger and drink, and then we pay the bill to the Lions Club. It would actually work out about $100 cheaper.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. So I've asked Brandy and Bobby Bollinger to see if they're available for that day.
Okay.
So that'll help save us some money. And then after that Earth Day cleanup, speaking of the fishing derby, that's gonna be May 7th. That starts at 8 a.m. Looking forward to that, and just hoping that we have decent weather for these events coming up. And then the Wine, Art, and Music Festival, May 21st. Right now, we have 7 sponsors who have committed for a total of $4,000.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Taneytown Liquors, Evapco, Barnes Bollinger, Taneytown Chamber of Commerce, Carroll County Tourism, Carroll County Commissioners, and CLSI. So that's great.
Really awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have 42 vendor spaces filled, and I've got 3 more pending. And at this point, I need to cut it off because I want to make sure we have enough space out there on that field.
You say you have 42?
42 with 3 pending. Yeah, with 3 pending, so we could have 45. Yeah. I just want to make sure we have enough room for the band audience because it's going to be big.
Yeah.
We've got to fit that VIP tent in at the end across from the field, across on the stage, and get all of the other things in as well. So we have 12 beverage vendors who have committed, 4 wineries, 1 meadery, 4 breweries, 2 distilleries, 1 hard cider. I think I've contacted, I was searching high and low, I think over 100 total beverage vendors, so next year, we definitely have to kick it back to June, like the
Yeah.
first
Yeah, we will.
Saturday, or, well, actually, the first Saturday, could be graduations. So
always gonna be
might have to be
running
the
this
second
short
Saturday. But not
Actually,
Father's
well,
Day weekend.
I think
know.
next year we go a little later.
Oh,
I don't think school ends next year until like June 15th.
Okay.
So it could be that first weekend, but it could be, I don't know.
I don't know. I just don't want to get in the way of anyone's senior commencement, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah. So we should probably skip that weekend. And just, if we rest on the second Saturday in June, I think we'd probably be good. We could avoid
Right.
the whole Wine in the Woods and then the whole
Right.
Westminster Beer and Barbecue Stroll and Father's Day weekend, so, and graduation, so.
Yep.
Anyway,
Yeah.
but we're in pretty good shape with that. So the tickets are on sale at City Hall, Taneytown Liquors, and online at Ticket Leap. Raffle tickets are made. I printed out examples for everybody to see. With that many vendors, they each need to provide an item per their terms on the registration forms. We should probably have about 9 baskets, I would think. And I bought rope baskets
Okay,
on
cool.
Amazon. So basically what we're gonna do is gather those items from the vendors, and then on the raffle table, before the event opens, of course, we're just gonna lay everything out and then just package them basically up into the baskets according to size. So we're gonna need help throughout the event for, obviously for ticketing at the gate monitoring, the raffle table, and the VIP tent as well. I think we had decided in the VIP tent, in addition to, the bag and all of the other amenities that they're gonna get, in the VIP tent, we'll have big coolers full of waters and sodas, so they'll be able to at least have those amenities. And also help in the morning and the afternoon for setup and takedown. So I am getting some volunteers, getting more awareness in the community of volunteers. The mayor and I met with the representatives from Carol Vista community, and they are more than willing to get back involved in the community and volunteering at events. So that's a great resource that we can
That
tap
would
into.
be wonderful as well.
So that'll help. Yes, definitely. So I think they are planning on getting people signed up for the fishing derby to help measure fish. And I think they'd be fine for, helping to monitor at the VIP tent or at the gate, or things like that.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I've got for that. Do you want me to keep going? Any questions or any discussion on those first, I guess?
Any questions regarding what Lorena has?
What is the date of the fishing derby?
May
May
7th.
7th.
Okay.
Right.
We still need volunteers, so if there's anybody out in the community that wants to volunteer, please contact Lorena.
Yes, and I'll put another blast out for that on Facebook as well, because, it is a great opportunity for service hours. I already
Yeah.
got-
Have you contacted like Northwest Middle or the high school directly?
Yeah, I've
Okay.
given them, the schedule for, possible events. for
Because I know
summer, so.
that Francis Scott Key sends out every day their announcements. And at the bottom, they always list like community service opportunities. I'm not sure why they
Oh.
didn't list yours, but I don't know. I can reach
yeah.
out to the guidance office over there and maybe get it on there for you.
Okay, oh, that'd be great, yeah.
Because it's definitely not listed. I mean,
Okay.
I know there's kids that need service hours.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that'd be perfect. That'd be great.
And how many volunteers do you think we have so far for the Wine Fest that have committed?
We've got, we only have 6 right now that have committed,
Okay.
not including you all,
Okay,
right?
so we need more,
We
more,
do.
more
Yes.
volunteers. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
And I'm going to reach out also to Silver Oak. They were able to bring a team over last year, if you remember. Some students who helped set up, and then they
Right.
came back in the afternoon to take down. So that was very helpful.
Yeah, that was really helpful to have people to, as the vendors were getting out of their cars, like helping them unload, and that would be fantastic too,
Right.
so
Definitely.
whoever can help. Okay. Then keep on going.
Alrighty. Update on fiscal year 2023 budget that was adopted at this past Monday evening's council meeting. There were no changes to our section. The stipend had been put in before, so that was approved. So beginning July 1st, you all will be getting a $20 check a month. So. And we'll touch base.
Appreciated.
Yeah, and we'll touch base later with getting details on getting you set up in our system to cut those checks
Okay.
for you. That's all I have on the budget. Additional miscellaneous updates. I finished the park inspections, and for the most part, everything looks good. Although I added several more items to Public Works to-do list. And I just want to thank them again for all of their hard work and taking care of everything in the parks that I give them. A lot of hard work goes into the maintenance.
Yes.
I can't talk, maintenance and improvements. And it's not something that ends, there's always something.
Constant.
Always something else that comes up that they have to do. So
Yes.
very appreciative of all of their work.
We appreciate it as well. Yeah. Keeps the parks beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
All right, any additional questions for right now for Lorena? No? All right. So can we jump into, I guess, the discussion of the Easter egg hunt? The event. I think that it was very well attended. I don't even know how many kids we had.
Well, I went back and I had prepared 500 raffle tickets.
Okay.
And going by that and how many tickets we had left, 314 tickets were taken, so that's about 314. And that's just the children who got a raffle ticket.
Yes.
I'm sure there were some there who never
They
got
didn't,
one, so
right.
it's, well, what you
Right.
said at the council meeting, well over 300, definitely. So it was very well attended, despite the weather.
On that note, you're walking around with the basket trying to find people to hand the tickets to. We missed a lot of people who would come up to the table. And I'd say, it's the lady with the blue shirt.
Running around,
And you'd be
yeah.
moving.
Right, yeah.
So,
I know, I was trying hard to get everyone and keep a line from backing up. Yeah, keep it moving.
Moving smoothly.
Flowing
Yeah.
more smoothly, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think too that maybe, because a lot of people are like, what? What is this for? What's going on?
Right.
I think to really focus on, in the publicity, make sure you stop by the Parks and Rec table to pick up your free raffle ticket to win one of the Easter baskets or something. That way people know they're coming up. They're not just standing around like, what's going on?
Right. I had people
Yeah.
come up, how much are the raffle tickets?
Yeah,
And it's
right.
like, free.
Yeah.
But maybe we shouldn't, next year, maybe we wouldn't say like to register, because people said, where do we register? And I was like, well, you don't really register, but
Right.
here's a ticket.
Yeah.
So maybe we can minus that.
I don't think we used registration
use-
on any of the
people were saying, "Where do I
information."
register?"
Yeah. Well, they just think, I guess.
I guess so. But I was like, no registration, here's a ticket.
Yeah.
What else? I had another parent come up to tell me that she said that she read somewhere that registration started at 1, or to come to the park at 1, not that it started, but I look back on our flyers and
Yeah.
it says,
Yeah.
Hunt start at
start
1.
Yeah,
So I don't think we could do anything with that.
right.
But no, our flyer said hunt start at 1.
Right.
Because of course, we did have some kids that came at 1:15, like, hey, where's the,
Right. I'm not
there's
sure.
nothing we can do, unfortunately.
Yeah, again, next year, really push the, hunts will be starting at 1. Make sure you're there at the park before then,
Right.
before everything commences. I don't know, something like
there was
that.
one parent of a under 12 who reported that the 7 to 9s, when they finished
Oh,
their
yeah.
hunt,
They moved right over to that area.
overran
Yeah, they
the
did.
10
Right.
to 12s.
Right.
Yes, and that is one of the suggestions that was
So
made,
there might be
yeah.
just a change of location so that they're
Right, well, not
separated.
only that, but to have people,
Bodyguard.
volunteers stationed at the areas, kind of, for lack of a better phrase, guarding
Yeah,
the area, like,
bodyguards.
oh, back it up, or not starting yet, kind of thing. And also, and the mayor made a couple of very good suggestions, having emceed the event and seen everything firsthand, to have maybe some kind of barrier or something set up so that there's just one entrance. They all have to enter through that entrance, and have someone stationed there with
Right.
hang on, wait until it's time for you to start in this age group. And also the sound system. That was very hard between the wind and trying to broadcast
Agreed.
way across the park. That was kind of tricky. So I don't know what the solution is there, without having speakers set up in the trees, around the park.
Right.
Oh, gosh. Judy's gonna have Christmas
Judy,
music
on it
playing now.
now.
Yeah, right, yeah. The crepe paper, that's a bust. We're gonna have to give up on that because, I was trying to tie that up between the wind and the rain and everything. That was just a mess. So, I know you had suggested to do the bright spray paint, around the areas. Now, again, that's not gonna keep the kids from encroaching on those areas, but we don't really have enough barriers till.
Would it benefit us to have a registration and give each age group a different colored wristband
Oh,
or
my.
something? I mean, I know that's a lot more work,
Yeah.
but
I
don't
think
know.
in the end with, we didn't have a ton of volunteers. I
Right.
think it would still go awry anyway, no matter what, because they're all
Right.
gonna be like eggs. I mean, we did what? I mean, we
right.
did 1,000 eggs per age group, and it still probably went as fast as probably what it did for you last year.
Right, yeah. It was crazy, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
the same way. So, I mean, even if we would have to have like, it surrounded.
yeah,
And,
I would say just not have the two oldest age groups next to each other. Have one on one side and one on the other.
right.
well, we kind of did that.
What about
they were
rope
We
just
and
had
cones?
that, well, they were crossed.
Rope
but-
and cones.
Yeah, maybe orange construction fence. I don't know. I don't know what the solution is, but
Right,
well, we'll have to do something to kind of make
right,
more secure perimeter, you know?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
yeah. And the other thing too is that the mayor suggested, since he was announcing or drawing the raffles and announcing the numbers, after that final hunt, phew, people out of there. So that final Easter basket and, you know, like we were trying to raffle off the flowers and the balloons. Yeah, he was drawing ticket after ticket, just trying to get somebody to come up. So kick that up to before the last hunt.
Well, maybe we
all the
could do
raffles
like
then.
a half an hour before 1 o'clock. Or, you know what I'm saying? So get your raffle tickets and then we'll start calling them maybe 15 minutes before the hunt starts. That way we can get them into the park earlier
Right.
and then they know where to go. I don't know.
True, yeah, but
mean-
then if you've got, well, I don't know. If I'm a parent and I've got a little one who's getting ready to go into a hunt
Right,
and, oh, wait, before the hunt starts, you know, we're calling all the raffles and,
Right.
oh my gosh, okay, what do I do? Do I, you know, lose this great position up at the front to go get the basket? Or do I stay here
Or-
or just go up later and get it, you know? Yeah. And we have just an intermission. What's it, halftime? Like, we could call all the raffles then, you know, just like a quick 5 minute.
right.
That way, you know, we kick off the first hunt, we make the announcement, welcome speech, kick off the first hunt. Another speech about, hey, if you haven't gotten your raffle ticket, go get it because, you know, after the next hunt, we'll be drawing for raffles. And then after the second hunt, then do the whole raffle drawing thing.
Right.
And then, you know, a few minutes break and then, okay, let's proceed with the two older age groups.
Yeah.
Do we want to stay with the number of eggs that we had?
The number of eggs? I don't even know.
And on the heels of that, do we just order them pre-filled or do we, I know, thank you so much, Beth, Jerry, Bill, Kelly, everybody
own
for
children were like,
filling the eggs,
yeah.
stuffing all of those eggs. We were very fortunate this year in that Kenny's and Food Line to donate all that
I
candy.
mean, how
to
much
fill
money
those
did we
eggs.
save on the ones that were not pre-filled?
It was, I believe it was $100 for unfilled, 1,000 unfilled eggs, $100. And the early order discounted price was like, I can't remember. I want to say it was like 180, maybe. I'm just taking a stab there on filled, 1,000 filled.
So it was like $80 more for the filled ones.
Yes, per 1,000.
Oh, per thousand.
Per 1,000.
A lot of money. I
Yeah.
feel like we find kids to stuff them. They live.
Right.
Service hours.
Yeah, I mean, my kids need service hours, so.
I didn't have a problem with stuffing them.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Hey, it was a mindless activity while watching some mindless TV.
there you go. I mean, that's perfect.
All right, so do we go with the same concept then next year? 2,000 filled, 2,000 unfilled?
I would stay, I guess, with the same amount of eggs, not to increase it.
Okay.
And then just
Then
put
then
those,
you've got the returns.
We did get some returns. Oh, did you? About one,
The whole box full
can't
of them.
guess, yeah, about, it was almost a box full, so. But I need
Couple of hundred anyway.
to sanitize them, so I guess I'll be filling my dishwasher. I don't know, I'm not quite sure. Either that or next year, when we go to fill them, antibacterial wipes, and we just wipe and then fill.
Yeah,
And then,
we could do that
it's an extra step. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out, but that'll save us, yeah. Or we can just order the 4,000, 2,000 filled, 2,000 unfilled, and then these extras, they'll just go into the mix, a little bit
With any
extra.
extra, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
why not?
okay. The golf cart came in very, very handy. That was great in transporting the Easter Bunny and
Yes.
getting things out there, and setting up and packing things up, and it made it a lot faster, for sure. We didn't have to
And
haul
walking
the
back and forth and
tables,
back and forth, yeah.
across and back and forth, yeah. So that was good.
So yes, thank you so much to our Easter Bunny for coming and making lots of kids happy, so we appreciate it. All right. Is there anything that we need to address while we're here? Anything additional? Any questions for Lorena?
Did you
Okay.
have a question, Bill, earlier that you were gonna wait until the end, or was it about the raffle tickets? Was there
Pardon me?
something? Was there something you were gonna ask before that you were saving, you were gonna wait until the end, or was it about the raffle tickets?
I think it was about the raffle.
Okay,
tickets.
okay, gotcha. Okay,
Gotcha.
all right.
Okay. All right. Well, we do have somebody in our audience tonight. Is there, is there anything that, our city manager, is there anything you would like to add on behalf of the city, or you're just here?
Hadn't been for a while, so I figured
Well, it's good to see you. Yeah.
I do want to say thank you to you guys for all the effort and working with Marina. It's really nice to see the parks activated like they have been recently. So, and with the Easter egg hunt, it was nice to see, some folks were actually going up and, coming up and saying thank you to the mayor when, they realized who he was and, with the microphone and all. But people were coming up saying thank you after their kids finished the hunt, and it was nice to see. And when I came down and saw the crowds down there, it was awesome.
Yeah, haven't seen crowds like that in a very long time. So it is very exciting to see more families coming in and participating in the community. So
Yes.
we'll add to that, of course, with volunteers. So anybody wants to volunteer for any event, really, we will take all of your help. So, all right, so with that, I'm going to throw it over to Councilwoman Fuller. Is there anything from council to throw out to us?
Yeah, no, just, Jim pretty much covered it. No, you're good, you were good. Yeah, no, I think we would agree wholeheartedly. It was a great success.
Okay. Any discussion for you?
I don't
Ms.
think
Cheney?
so.
Any discussion for you?
No, we pretty much covered everything.
I think we did. There's a lot of information. And just also with the upcoming events then, Fishing Derby, Wine Fest, if you can help, please let Lorena know. So we can try to figure out how we can divide and conquer together, so.
Right.
Because it's gonna be a long day. I think we started last year at 7:30, 7-ish,
Yeah,
and didn't finish until 6:30.
yeah, it was almost 12 hours, yeah.
So, long day, so, yeah. Any way we can get help would be wonderful. All right. Anything additional? You're good?
I think I'm good. I know you're going to be out of town for the Earth Day cleanup.
Correct. Oh, I'm sorry, I did.
I can't recall. Bill, did you say you were gonna be able to help out for the Earth Day cleanup
The 20.
on the 23rd, next Saturday?
I don't know.
Okay,
What is the time?
1 to 3. I need enough parks people to pick a park, be at a park, and hand out trash bags. And the meal voucher tickets, if I can get the,
I will get
Lions.
back to you ASAP.
Okay, all right, great. Okay, I don't know
I'm gonna
about you.
try to.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
gonna be out of town.
Yeah,
so
I
Thursday.
apologize for that
No, that's fine.
completely. off my radar, but yes.
I can get the number one volunteer to
Yes.
to put on his Parks and Rec shirt.
That would be
and
wonderful if we
station him at a
could.
park.
That would be good. And I hate to do that, and I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, I think, I mean, between, the 5 parks that we have, Flickinger and Roth Avenue are going to be very, very quick. So I don't know that we'd need someone there for the full 2 hours. I don't know. But it's good to have a person in mind for that, to start off with anyway. So we know from just in general practice, every day seeing it, and last year's Earth Day, Memorial Park and Roberts Mill were just,
That was- that was
Roberts
huge.
Mill was, yeah.
yeah,
I mean, I feel like we were there the whole 2 hours and probably could have stayed.
could have kept
We
going.
were there at
Yeah,
Memorial Park, yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like forever, yeah.
yeah. So. All right,
yes,
well, I'll touch base with all of you and Jerry and Emmanuel and see what's what.
There's a note
There,
on the
okay.
screen. Chamber of Commerce, question mark, maybe for volunteers?
Yes, yeah, I'll reach out to them, for sure.
Thanks, Dan.
And
Yeah.
I'd like to urge everybody to use this invitation, please. There are a large number of very talented people in various fields who live in and around this town. And those of us who write will be there with books to sell and autograph for you and all kinds of other good stuff. But one of the gentlemen who was part of our writers group is also an extremely talented artist, painter.
Ooh,
And instead of his writings, he is displaying his art.
oh, nice. And let's clarify for
Yes,
anyone
I was-
coming in later, that's the Taneytown History and Heritage Museum's opening day.
Grand
That's
opening.
Sunday, April
April
24th. Right, and the time on that,
Uh,
I forgot,
I think it's 1 o'clock,
yeah.
I think it starts at 1.
but it's,
There you go. Come visit Bill
I would
and
hope
many
to see lots of
others.
smiling
Yeah,
faces.
and many others.
There are lots of things to do in this town, it's just a matter of, I guess, hearing about them. So
Right.
the more we get the word out, the
Oh.
more people we can get to these events.
I want to jump back to, because the Chamber of Commerce, have you met any further regarding any kind of event?
I haven't. No, I've been, of course, getting between the to-do lists and maintenance things, and then gearing up with the events. I did some preliminary research, but on an old-fashioned family fun day in the park, in Memorial Park, partnering with the chamber, but I have not had a
Okay.
chance to really
When
delve
would that-
into it. And I
when was
haven't
that
had a chance
scheduled
to meet
again?
with
Because
them.
I can't remember.
Nothing has been
Nothing
set.
has been set, so no actual
No, they mentioned
dates.
in the summertime.
Okay,
Yes, so I need to make time to have a meeting with
okay,
the representatives from the chamber and delve into that a little bit more.
yeah. Because obviously our event schedule is a
Yes.
tad bit busy, so, yeah,
Right.
to fit something else in. So I just wasn't sure where we stood on that, or if it was a go, or if it was a unknown.
Yeah,
Okay.
at this point, it's still an unknown. It's still
Okay.
a concept. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yep.
All right. So with that, our next meeting is scheduled for May 11th. We're starting with the Taneytown Athletic Association first, and then we'll go right into our meeting after that. And then that's it. So, motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Oh, thank you. Do I have a second?
so moved.
All right, so I have a second as well. All in favor of adjourning? Say aye.
Hey?
Aye.
Aye. All right, we're unanimous. All right, see you next month. Thank you. And we done. We are done.